What's up, Sneaky Nation? Sneaky P here, back with all the news after week 11 of our Los Angeles Crusaders franchise, and the Crusaders are on a roll. Everything is clicking offensively, and our defense is finally starting to catch up this season. Things are looking very good. The Crusaders have now won 7 in a row, a few of those games over very, very good opponents, and that is leading me to think that we are definitely going to make a strong push to win the division. Now, we do still have the Broncos right on our heels. We still have a tough schedule ahead of us, but things are really starting to come together for this Crusaders team. Next up, we have the New York Jets. They have Philip Farrell, a guy we are very familiar with from his time in San Diego. So it's going to be interesting to see if our defense is kind of prepared for him. Now, granted, you have to remember, we've had a lot of changes in our defense from when he was in the division. Specifically this year, our defense got a lot younger. We made a lot of changes, and it's starting to work out for our team. You know, we kind of took a hit at the beginning of the year, but now we're kind of seeing some of these younger guys start to step up. Our team is still not forcing turnovers quite like I would like them to. We did get a fumble recovery for a touchdown last week. That was great to see, but I'd like to see more in the interception department. You know, we saw Tarpley drop a wide open interception in the end zone. Weird how a safety got wide open in the end zone like he did. But the ball was just poorly thrown, went right to him, nobody near him, and he just couldn't make the play. Now, granted, we do have him starting over Jimmy Mosley at the moment. Mosley had kind of been letting us down earlier on in the season, and Tarpley, you know, he's not quite the player Mosley is, but he has been performing kind of well. Part of me wonders if I would put Mosley back into that starter spot, if he's kind of learned from his mistakes, maybe, you know, gotten more comfortable learning the plays. I don't quite know what was going on with Mosley, but right now, Tarpley's holding on to the job. We'll kind of see if that stays true as we move forward. Obviously, I love Mosley, and I want that veteran experience on the field. Tremonde Mathis finds the end zone 4 times, setting a team record for reception scores. Wow, okay, that's a tight end. That's somebody to keep an eye on. We have already seen Luhada Okafor's stats there. As you can see, our defense has moved up to 18th overall. It really was further back, and over the last few weeks, we've really been stepping up. And I'm hoping to see a similar performance next week, as the Jets have the 19th ranked offense. Definitely nothing that's going to light the world on fire. Granted, you know, our team has struggled against poor offenses before, so it'll be interesting to see how that happens. Offensively, our team is just dominating right now. Things are really going well. As you can see right now, the Broncos did win their game. They are also 8-2. Now, the Eagles lost one. We're going to have to go check that out to find out who the Eagles lost to, because that could set things up. In terms of the AFC right now, though, us and the Broncos are the top 2 teams, and we're both in the same division. It's going to be really interesting to see how this plays out. And if you look at it carefully, the Broncos have actually scored more points than we have and allowed less points scored against them. So right now, they're looking like the better team. We might be a little bit more hot right now, though, winning 7 in a row. But anything can change at any given moment. Beating the Texans is going to be huge, because if they and the Colts, if they end up losing out to the Colts, you know, that's going to be huge for us in terms of a tiebreaker with wildcard spots. That's definitely what I'm stoked about. Same thing with the Patriots. You know, we have a tiebreaker on them. That would be huge. The Jets were about to play another big important matchup. As long as we can win those games, even if we don't win the division, I feel pretty comfortable with us going into the wild card. Then again, you don't want to run into the Broncos on the road. That's never going to be an easy game to win, especially considering how much more improved they seem to be this year, I should say. No injuries right now. We're looking pretty solid there. Let's check out the weekly awards, see what we got going on. Find out where we sit. Robert Griffin III, 28 of 44, 267 yards, 2 touchdowns. He also ran for a touchdown. Patrick Willis, 14 tackles, 2 sacks for him. Shazier, 9 tackles, 1 sack, 1 interception. And Mitch Farrell for the Chargers, 35 of 48, 315 yards, 5 touchdowns. He did throw 2 interceptions, but still did good enough to get the job done and pick up the victory for the Chargers there. Let's go ahead and figure out what happened to the Eagles. Obviously, they are a team we have to worry about. They're a team we might have seen in the Super Bowl last year had it not been for the injury to Derek Carr. With the 49ers struggling a little bit more this season, it's definitely looking like the Eagles are the team to beat in the NFC. They lost to the Redskins and Robert Griffin, who we just saw one player of the week against them. Carr threw for 298 yards. He only threw for 1 touchdown there. McCoy had a pretty good game running it in for a touchdown. Bolaji Azur, that's Abdullah Azur's cousin. We'll say cousin. Brother? Let's go brother. Why not? Let's go brother. I'm sticking with it. Robert Griffin III, we know he ran for a touchdown, but Clayton ran for 1 as well. A pretty evenly matched game. You know, Bruton the Crouton found his way into the end zone there. Defensively, were any scores made? Nope. Kicking. So really, boy, this is a very evenly matched game. It's kind of weird. Let's see. Let's go back up here. So the Redskins scored 1 more touchdown. Where was it? Was it passing that I just missed? Okay, it was. Okay, I just missed it before. But yeah, you know, very good matchup. You know, obviously, we know the Eagles can be beaten. They're not going to make 16-0 this year. They're a very good team, though. Their defense is really stepping up big time for them. And then they have Derek Carr, who's done a great job of controlling the game since going over there. You know, he doesn't make a whole lot of mistakes. We ended up deciding to move forward without him, pretty much because he got injured a lot, including one of our Super Bowl losses. He went down with an injury, and we were forced to move forward with Matt Marmorosa, something that did not play out well for us. You know, he did win a Super Bowl with Philadelphia, but then last year we saw, as dominant as they were, he went down with an injury again, and their backup quarterback could not keep up with the 49ers. Then again, that 49ers team was probably the most stacked team we have seen throughout this entire franchise, so anything can happen. Who really knows? It's just something else to keep an eye on, though, as we move forward. Going to be an interesting end of the season. Let's find out the rest of our schedule before we end the episode. Kind of figure out where we're ending the season at. We'll check out the team schedule here. So obviously we have the Jets coming up next. And look at our offense, man. They have been pouring on the points lately. Then we got a game against the Buccaneers, the Falcons, the Dolphins, the Browns, and the Panthers. We had a really tough start to this season. A lot of these teams are very, very good. Luckily for us, the end of our season, it's not going to be near as bad. We do have another good team or two in here, but these are all winnable games for us. You know, we definitely feel like we're one of the best teams in the NFL, and we can definitely set out to prove it and put a very good record up on the board and secure home field advantage throughout the AFC. That would be ideal, guys. We want to win the Super Bowl this year. We're trying to go all in, making this happen. And, you know, we'll see if our guys can step up or not. Thanks so much for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Later.